are back with more reactions. Okay, Ren. We've done the Money Game 1 and 2, and then I had to go back because I did the official video and it wasn't the full song, so I had to go back and do the lyric video, which was the full song, and it was mind blowing. And you guys are flooding my comments saying, oh, I can't wait for you to react to 3. Well, it's a trilogy. Of course I'm going to react to 3. So that's what we are doing today. And I did the official music video. If there is a lyric video that is more full, although I couldn't imagine, this one's a 9-minute video, so I imagine this is the full thing. Let me know, and you know, I'll make sure to react to it. He also released a new song today, and I really want to react to that one. So that one is going to be coming up here in the very near future. Because I definitely want to follow what he's doing. He's absolutely brilliant. Like I said when we were doing the lyric video for part 2, I would love to just sit down and drink a coffee with him and just pick his brain and see exactly, you know, how he got to learn about all of the things that he speaks about, because he's not wrong on anything it is that he's saying. He's not wrong. And I think it's just really brilliant that he is putting it to song to spread that message out there. So you guys already know, if you want to show him love and support, or if you want to show me love and support because you know you want to, just remember, check the description box below. I link ways for you to do that. Make sure you check it out at the very least for the artist and help them grow their channel. But let's get started. I'm so ready for this one. Oh my gosh. I don't think I was expecting to see that. Oh my goodness. How symbolic is that? Like, you're part of, I hear the term sheep, like you're part of the flock, blinded, and then you become aware, you wake up to what's really happening. And so the wool has been pulled over your eyes. How symbolic is that? That's already, we haven't even started hearing the song yet. I'm already seeing kind of what he's doing here.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 9.
Wow. Just wow. Is that not how it works? Isn't that what happens? I won't sit here and say that I've told my daughter things like this, but I've told her things that run along these lines, not necessarily exactly what he's saying, but, you know, I want you to be better than me. You need to be successful, go to school, study. And it's because we're all part of this rat race. And then at the very end, he's like, you're a man and take as much as you can because the world doesn't care about you. And man, don't we all feel like that? And also, I just want to point out, I do realize it was him playing the piano in the beginning there, and just another talent that he has. You know, I'm more like, I'm obsessed with his lyrics. I'm absolutely obsessed with his lyrics. Let's keep going.
Now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 30.
I gotta say, like, what he's saying here is also not a lie. There are so many parents out there that say, okay, that's great that you did that, but it doesn't mean that you're all that. It doesn't mean that you've actually reached whatever nirvana they're looking for. And they put the pressure on their kids, you know, to do more. And it's never there. You can never sit still and be satisfied with what you've been able to accomplish in your life. And it makes you so driven that you lose what you were originally passionate about. And that is, like, as he's talking about this kid growing up in years and all the changes that he did because he's smart, he's intelligent, he has money, he can invest, he can do things. You know who else that reminds me of? It reminds me of a particular somebody in stateside who created a computer company in his garage and is now thinking he can, you know, create medical things. If you know, you know. And it's just never being satisfied with what it is that you've accomplished in your life. And then also greed and, you know, the lie will sell itself. I mean, he's saying a whole lot here. And if you're listening, you're catching on to what he's, you know, dishing out.
Approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Corruption.
35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
He is so strategic with his lyrics and the way he delivers them. I mean, look what he's doing right here. I don't think he'll be able to walk again. He goes into a wheelchair and everything is silent. Like, it's a moment of reflection. I obsessed. Just obsessed.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
I'm like literally soaking up each and every word he is saying. You're teaching your children to be cheap when they go to school instead of thinking for yourselves and being innovative and doing things for the right reason. Instead, it's to feed this beast that is completely driven by money. It's I seriously I just want to sit down and have a cup of coffee with him. I keep saying it. This guy is brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Money isn't everything. It isn't. It looks like there's 7 seconds left. Is there anything else going on with this? Hold on. No, there's not. So you can work as hard as you can for as much as you want, get as many things as you can, and you can't take it with you. This drive for ambition, this drive for gimme gimme, like he said in the song. What's it all for? You can't take it with you. For those of you who commented that I was gonna love part 3, you are absolutely spot on. I absolutely love this one. Of the entire Money Game trilogy, this one is my favorite. And that's saying something because all of them are amazing. There hasn't been something I've heard from him yet that I don't like. It took me a little bit to kind of understand kind of what his mindset is with his songs, and I'm still kind of learning it, but this right here is a huge one. So I'm totally floored right now. Totally floored. Okay, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys like the content, you know you do. Then you know what to do. Remember, description box below. Make sure you check it out. In the meantime, live your lives fabulously. I will see you on the next one. Bye.